Keir Starmer has just admitted on camera that this digital ID is not just to combat illegal migrants, illegal employments. It's not just to try and make NHS, streamline the health service. No, it's actually to take control of every single aspect of your life, including your money. That's basically what he literally just said. He admitted live on camera, and I'm sure it wasn't planning to. Maybe it just came out. They usually make these silly mistakes. Of course, they always do. And the people are out here making noise. Hey, stop this. We don't want this. But I guess the government just gonna keep on going. Here's a video I want you to watch from India. Keir Starmer was giving a press conference, and he tried to show how proud it is, how grateful it is to see that India has adopt the digital ID and they're living good and they're doing good stuff. And then he went on to talk about Estonia's digital ID system, and he tried to praise it up. And they said, hey, that's something that we want in Britain as well. Here's a video I want you to watch. It's going to be a quick one, 30 seconds. For it.
Here in India, I think it's 1 billion people have digital ID. It's been taken up on a voluntary basis in huge numbers. Not least because it means that you can access your own money, make payments so much more easily than is available with others. So I think now we need to go out and make that case of the huge benefits that this will bring. There needs to be a national debate about it, and I think that the more people see the benefits that come with this, the more, as has happened in other countries, people say that will make my life easier, and therefore I want to get on with it.
So accessing your own money through digital ID, apparently that will make people's life easier. And he also praised Estonia, saying that Estonia digital ID, I quote, in Estonia, you can access your own money using digital ID. That's the kind of system we should be looking at. That's what Keir Starmer said, end quote. Now, most people are thinking, hey, he's just admiring Estonia's policy. No. This is a policy hint for Britain as well. Starmer wants to replicate Estonia's model. But what does that really mean for Britain? What does that really mean? Because we didn't vote for this. We didn't say, hey, we're tired using our phone, our bank card. Can we get a digital ID so we can use it through there? We didn't ask for that. None of us did. So now here's what Estonia's digital ID really looks like. Because if that's what he's trying to replicate here in the UK, brace yourself for an impact. It's important for us to know what Estonia's digital ID really looks like. Now, this is how it looks like. Estonia's digital ID is embedded in every single aspect of life. Banking, voting, prescription, taxes, everything. And some people are saying, hey, this is efficient, this is secure. Well, it's all centralized. The government holds every single aspect of your digital existence. Now, of course, the Labour Party, Keir Starmer, they're trying to replicate that. But in silence, they don't want you to know that, hey, we're going to also have all these things through digital ID. We're going to add all these things along the way. They're not trying to say that. But they are trying to propose this, where they are proposing this mandatory, that every single person in the UK, every single citizens, legal residents, age 16 and above, 55 million people in the UK to have it. And their goal is super simple. Well, it's always simple. Their goal always look very simple and harmless, right? Their goal is like, we're going to combat illegal employments, streamline public services, enhance national security. That's their goal, innit? But, of course, critics say this is a slippery slope because we are coming from convenient to control. We are coming from access to surveillance because we can already access our money. We can already access, we can do. It's not like we're struggling. We have the NI, national insurance card, national insurance number. That's a form of digital ID. We already have all this. But now they want to be able to surveil. They want to be able to control. So they're like, hey, no, we're going to do this instead. Of course, as I said, a lot of people are against this, including myself. A petition was brought through. 2.7 million people and more have signed the petition within days. So, of course, as you already know, this is not a fringe movement. It's a national cry out that a lot of people are saying, hey, we do not want this. We don't want this. But we have to zoom out for a bit because this is not the first time. Digital ID is not new. Digital ID has been existing for years, because India has Aadhaar, the world's largest biometric ID system. India has it. China also used digital ID linked to social credit system, which obviously we watch and see and read about, and we're like, whoa, that is scary. We don't want that. China already has it. And the EU is also rolling out their own digital ID wallet initiative. And they also have this EES, entry-exit, exit-entry system, where now you don't need your passport at the airport. That's strange. Everything's becoming very digitally now. That's the EU. Now, Keir Starmer wants to roll this out. But here's the catch, though. They don't want to tell you this because in many cases, digital ID have led to exclusion, data breach, and state overreach. In India, millions of people are denied welfare due to Aadhaar's mismatch. In China, digital ID is used to track dissent. In the EU, private watchdogs are already raising the alarm. So who's to say that in the UK it's gonna be nice and lovely and just nothing's gonna be like, they won't be overreached? Yeah, because we are already getting arrested for tweeting. Oh God. What do you think will happen when they have digital ID, when they're able to control your money, when they're able to see what you're paying, what you're spending your money on, how many times you go to the convenience store to buy the cigarette, to buy the alcohol, to buy all these things that they might deemed not safe for you. So Keir Starmer says Estonia's model is the way, that Estonia's model is the one to replicate. But we must ask, is Estonia really the exception? Or is this an illusion where they want to tell us like, hey, there's other people who are already complying with this, so comply as well? Maybe that's what he's trying to do. Like, hey, look, there's billions of people in India who are already complying. Could you just comply as well? That's what they're trying to do. That's what we see here. That's what the trip was about. The trip was not going there to learn what Indians have done. No, the trip is to go to learn and show the public that these people complied. You need to do the same. Why, is he going to take a trip to Beijing as well? To China? Like, hey, look, the Chinese are complying with the digital system, the credit system. You must comply as well. Is this what he's trying to do? Because let's talk about risk, because there's a lot of risk here. We have to talk about it. So many risks. Privacy. Who's going to get to control our data? Security. Who's going to... Like, what happens when the system is hacked? Access. What if the digital ID fails? What happens then? Because there's so many cases of Aadhaar in India. Aadhaar, I hope I'm saying it right. In India, so many cases where it just stops. So many fail, case study. And now we've seen in the NHS where data breach was a big problem in 2021, where NHS suffered massive data breach, millions of records exposed. But that was just exposed from the NHS level, just the health care level. Imagine this. Imagine your health system, your health information, your finance information, your identity, every single thing about you, every single thing about millions of people in the country. Imagine that in one place. Just think of the risk. Think how powerful that information really is. Never mind accepting the cookies. You know, when you go to a software, to a website, and they're telling you accept the cookies, accept this, and the algorithm sends you stuff. Imagine which company, just imagine how many company would want that data in their hands. Millions of people, 55 millions of people in their hands, ready to sell them stuff or ready to manipulate the data and do whatever they want with it. Because every single thing will be in that one place. So just think about the risk. And of course, there's another risk of exclusion. Not everybody is tech savvy like myself. Not everybody is tech savvy like myself. Not everybody has a smartphone. What will happen to the old people? What are they going to do? Sit back? Or maybe are we going to buy them a new phone and be like, hey, here's the iPhone 17, grandma. Sign in, show your face. Keir Starmer wants to see it. We need your digital ID right now. Sign in. Is that what we're going to do? What about the pensioners who are relying on landline? All they have is just the Wi-Fi. But some people don't even have the Wi-Fi. My neighbor downstairs doesn't even have the Wi-Fi because he doesn't do all that. It's an old fashioned. It's an old way. He just calls. Doesn't have a smartphone. He only has a big TV. And he just watch whatever comes on. Just old way. What are we going to do to those people? Are we going to like, hey, grandma, sign up? Is that what we're going to do? Or are we just going to create a new class division here? We're going to have to divide and be like, hey, these guys are just living in old age, dark ages. Leave them there. They're not in the system. Are we just going to divide the nation? And be like, hey, they're too old. They're not futuristic. Is that what we're going to do? Because that's what will happen here. There's going to be a lot of exclusion. And that's not the British way. But the most important question to ask is who will benefit from this? Because when things like this come up, there's a lot of people who benefit. Who will benefit from the digital ID? We have to follow the money, guys. We can't just ask silly questions like, hey, we don't want this. This is not democracy. No. The question is, who benefits? Because there's a lot of contracts being awarded to tech firms. There's a lot of lobbying. It's very intense, the lobbying. All these companies are coming out and be like, hey, I can create better technology for you, Keir Starmer. Sign this contract with me. Those are the people who are benefiting. Because we got giant tech firm are lining up from biometric scanners to data cloud storage. Digital IDs is basically a £1 billion industry now. And the government is eager. They are so eager to outsource this. They're ready. They are looking up to every single company. They're like, what can you do, Palantir Technology? Or what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Tell me. Show me the biggest. Show me. Give me a better technology to control all these peasants. And all the tech firms are like, yeah, I can do this. Look at that. I can do this. I can make them stop working. I can make them stop doing whatever they're doing. Look, I can press this button and you won't be able to buy a drink. That's what I can do. These are the people who are benefiting. Because in the UK, we got companies like TAL, ID Mine, are already involved in ID tech, lobbying intensively. Contracts are ludicrous. And citizens, me and you, we are the products. We are the people who they are looking for. We are the products of the shell. And Keir Starmer's proposal, it's not just policy, it's politics. And it's working. It's working for him. Because people came out. People said, hey, we don't want this. And they responded saying, hey, we're going to do it anyway. That's what they are. That's where we are today. Man, this headphone flipping me up. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. Headphone doesn't work really well, I guess. So Labour says, all this is about modernizing Britain. Of course, critics like myself, I'm saying this is about control. The Conservative, the Reform, almost all the parties have opposed this. Civil liberty groups have also come out saying, hey, we do not want this. Most voters are saying, hey, we do not want this. And some people are just confused what they want. But in the core of public opinions, we don't want this. And the verdict is out. We do not want this. But guess what? We're going to get it anyway. Digital ID will probably be the next wedge issue which will decide the next election. I think so. Digital ID and immigration. That's like one of the biggest issues that will decide the next election. That's what I think. So we have to ask the questions, maybe some weak questions like, will digital ID be an optional or mandatory? Because right now it seems like it's going to be mandatory. Maybe the next one we need to ask, which company will be storing the data? Who? Can we trust them? Who are they from? Is it a Chinese company? What is it? Is it a Russian company? Who owns it? Is it a British guy? Or is it a guy from America? Ooh, they love to store data, don't they? They love it. And what is the safeguard that exists against the misuse? Is the government going to really just do a good job with it? Are they not gonna like push, overreach? Like, how do we know that? All these questions need to be asked. Like, will you need digital ID to access your money? These are important questions, and they are not technical questions. They're existential questions about freedom, about trust, about the future of the citizens. And all these questions needs to be answered. And of course, Keir Starmer has opened the door for debate. But as we already seen the way it's going with the party, it looks like digital ID is coming whether you like it or not. Debate or not, it's coming. Petition or not, it's coming. Protest or not, it's coming. Whether you like it or not, digital ID is coming. That's where we are right now. That's the verdict from the government. No, we didn't put in our manifesto. No, we never told you we were going to do this. But guess what? We just came up with an idea last night and we're going to do it anyway, whether you like it or not. But of course, it's important to ask these questions because these hard questions, we need to ask them. We need to learn from the world. And I hope the government needs to listen to its people because in the end, digital ID is not just a card, it's a contract between the people and the citizens. And the contract needs to be built on trust. I've already made my decision. I do not trust it. What do you think? Do you trust this thing? Do you think everybody should go digitally? Do you think we should have our face, our fingerprints, everything on one system that one man, one day could manipulate into their use? I don't know. That sounds dangerous. That sounds dangerous to me. That's some technocrat machines right there that I've been fighting for years. So I don't trust it. What do you think? Comment down below what you think. I'm curious to know. As you already know, this has been your Frontline reporter. This is the frontline of information war, and right now we are fighting it digitally in this technocrat machine. Whatever you're watching this, of course, it's a technology. We are fighting that. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Without further ado, hand to the head salute. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Attention, attention, attention. This is not just a normal t-shirt. This is your battle armor in this war against lies and manipulation and deception. And when you wear this t-shirt, you are not just making a statement. You are drawing a line in the sand. And you're saying, I will not be silenced, I will not be bought, and I will not be steered. Every thread in this t-shirt screams defiance. Every letter of I found the truth, not propaganda. Or maybe every letter of the nation needs to know is a rally cry out for independent thinkers, disruptors, the people who refuse to bend to the mainstream media narrative. We need your fund, and this is your chance to stand up, to speak out and fund the fight for the truth. Don't just wear it like a regular t-shirt. You have to live it. The nation needs to know you're gonna live it. Yes, please. I need you to fuel the resistance. Be the reason why the truth survives in this country. Please get yours at thebarakashow.com, and thank you so much for keeping us on air. Thank you.
In the shadow of the digital gulag, we fire up the truth cannon and blast through the lies.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.